From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is a severe weather alert.
All right, it's currently 5:29 in the afternoon. I'm Fred Gossage along with Chase Wilson in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center. We have a couple of new severe thunderstorm warnings for that initial storm we were tracking. We have until 6:30 now a severe thunderstorm warning for, let's hold the map, for southern parts of Lauderdale County, western and central Colbert County, and northwestern and northern areas of Franklin County and northwest Alabama. This does not yet include Florence, Muscle Shoals, Tuscumbia, or Sheffield proper. It's back to the west. It does include places from Oakland down to Smithsonian to Woodland to Cherokee, Red Rock, Newsom Springs, the Hawk Pride Mountain area to Crooked Oak, back to Malone, Allsboro, Bishop, Minot, Bloody Springs to Marjoram, down to Pleasant Site in the Cedar Creek Reservoir and Russellville, and westward north of Highway 24. That is a severe thunderstorm warning until 6:30. They have also extended the severe thunderstorm warning for southern portions of Tishomingo County, Mississippi until 6 o'clock from south of the Midway area from near Tishomingo and Payton all the way down through Belmont. The two yellow polygons here are severe thunderstorm warnings. This supercell thunderstorm back in the northeast Mississippi that's had a history of quarter to $half size hail back near the Boonville area. It's moving off to the east northeast at about 45 miles an hour. So we're going to draw our own storm track here from just ahead of the brighter reflectivities and carry it east northeast at about 45 and get some times of arrival here. We're talking about Dennis, Mississippi at 5:34, Tishomingo 5:35, Mingo at 5:39, Bloody Springs at 5:39, Pogo 5:41, Burnstown at 5:42, Bishop 5:43, Allsboro 5:45, the Minot and Malone areas at 5:47, White Oak Community at 5:50, Mount Hester at 5:53, Pleasant Grove and Rock Creek at 5:56, Newsom Springs at 5:57. And so let's carry the track out about 45 minutes to an hour and let's scale back the show range to 50 because I do want to get some rough times of arrival for Russellville and the Shoals Metro. We're talking about the Shoals Metro here roughly about 6:15, give or take. That would keep it just to the north of Russellville, if that is correct, if it doesn't take a right turn. Russellville is in a polygon, but the storm may miss you just off to the north. However, Littleville is about 6:14. Roughly 6:10 to 6:15 would be when this will be arriving in Russellville if it makes a little bit of a right turn. But I do think it's a little more east, northeast at this time. This is not a tornado warning. And honestly, the conditions back into northeast Mississippi have been a little more favorable for a low-end tornado threat than they will be over northwestern Alabama. The dew points drop off into the 40s once you get into parts of northwest Alabama, with temperatures still in the 70s. There's a big dew point depression, a big amount of dry air underneath the cloud-based layer that calls for evaporational cooling. It causes the thunderstorm outflow to rush out ahead of the storm and cut off the rotation. So I'm not really thinking this is too much of a tornado threat. We'll watch it for any localized changes, but this is mainly a threat of hail and gusty winds from this storm moving out of northeast Mississippi into northwest Alabama. We'll clear off the track and we'll put on the Cherokee Skycam on the Arctic Air Skycam network. We have this pointed back to the southwest to start looking at the storm, and you see the gray overcast back here as we look off to the southwest. Now, I've had to restart the computer here the past minute or two, so current conditions not on there just yet, but we've had temperatures in the 70s, dew points in the 40s here with the storm. But looking off to the west, you can see the heavier rain in the rain curtain, the body of the storm. We'll continue to watch that as the storms move out of northeast Mississippi and in northwest Alabama. We'll hit the DMA view on the radar and we'll talk about other storms. This is the only one that's severe warned at this time, but we have a lot of lightning and heavy rain with storms up and down and just west of the Natchez Trace Parkway. So let's take the next one up the line and then we'll work north. This is north of Iuka. We've had a storm cluster here from Iuka up to Short and Dosky over to just southeast of Counts with the potential for pea-size hail, 30, 40 mile per hour winds. That's lifting up toward Waterloo, and the Lauderdale Wildlife Refuge Management Area and toward Walnut Grove. Another thunderstorm up the line here with the potential for P to dime size hail that's come across the Counts area the past 15 to 20 minutes. That's lifting up toward Lutz. That could have small hail, 30 to 40 mile per hour winds. Additional storms riding up through a large part of Wayne County in Tennessee. None of these are severe at this time, but heavy rain, the potential for some pea-sized hail, in addition to lightning and 30, 40 mile per hour wind gusts. Let's take the Waynesboro Skycam and see what conditions look like there currently. Let's see. All right, we're looking rainy. Temperature is 72 here with a dew point of 52. So since the rain has started, dew point's gone up a little bit, but that's still significantly too low for there to be too much of a tornado threat. And you're starting to see the temperature drop now. So this will start to work over the atmosphere a bit. South-southeast wind currently at 8 miles per hour. We'll get out of that and work up the radar up into Lewis County in Tennessee. And it's the same thing. Nothing severe here. Just some maybe 30 mile per hour winds, 20 to 30. Some pea-sized hail, heavy rain and lightning. Stronger storm has lifted up past the Salem and Kimmons area up near the Ethra region and then over in the Hickman County. Now that's mainly going to stay off to the north of our viewing area. It may clip northwestern portions of Murray County here from Arkland up toward the Santa Fe and Theta areas. That does not look severe at this time, but there could be some pea to dime size hail over the next 30 minutes in these areas. We'll hit the DMA view and just look at the overall view here. The one severe storm we have is this supercell back into northeast Mississippi. Now, I say severe supercell because it has a rotating updraft. However, the rotation is not tight in the low levels. Just because you have a supercell does not mean it's a tornado threat. It just means it's a long-lived rotating thunderstorm, but only about 25% of all of those ever produce a tornado, and this is very likely to be the other 75% that doesn't. It's moving into a hostile environment for any type of tornado potential, and that's why when they issued the watch a minute ago for Northwest Alabama, they did a severe thunderstorm watch instead of a tornado watch. We'll show that here on the watch warning map because we haven't had a chance to see the new severe thunderstorm watch over Northwest Alabama. This goes until midnight. It includes Lauderdale, Colbert, Franklin, Lawrence, and Limestone counties in Northwest Alabama in our viewing area. New severe thunderstorm watch till midnight. You see the two flashing yellow polygons. Those are severe thunderstorm warnings. We do still have a tornado watch over southern Middle Tennessee and North Mississippi, valid until 11, and you do see some storms off to the west. However, any tornado threat in our local area today and tonight is going to be on the lower end of things. Main concern, a few storms with gusty winds of 50 to 60, maybe 65 miles per hour, in addition to some quarter to ping pong ball size hail, especially with that initial supercell. Then there's the other band of thunderstorms back near the Mississippi River that comes in later into the evening, probably after 7 or 8 p.m., carrying all through about 10 p.m. to midnight. Some of those may be strong to severe with the same kind of threats, including a very, very, very low tornado threat at most. However, one thing that's possible, these initial storms that have developed out ahead of that are becoming more widespread now, and they're falling into drier, low-level air. It's possible they could help work over the atmosphere some so that the second round that comes in later this evening isn't quite as strong. That's not a guarantee, but it's a very distinct possibility we will be watching carefully. So for now, 2 warnings in the viewing area. There are severe thunderstorm warnings, not tornado warnings. Southern and southwestern Lauderdale County, western Colbert County, northwestern Franklin County, and northwest Alabama till 6:30. Severe thunderstorm warning. Southern Tishomingo County, Mississippi until 6 o'clock for the same storm, severe thunderstorm warning. We'll continue to watch the situation very carefully. Our next scheduled update is at 6 o'clock, but we'll come back sooner as needed. And if there are any counties in the viewing area issued a tornado warning, we'll be nonstop until the danger is over. For Chase Wilson, I'm Fred Gossage, live from the Tennessee Valley Weather Center. Stay with Tennessee Valley Weather. We'll keep you advised.
You're watching the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel.